A beautiful young dreamer from small-town Texas ascends to the heights of pop culture stardom.
Anna Nicole Smith was a rags to riches story. She was also extremely beautiful. That really was her calling card.
From the seedy world of strip clubs to the high-profile pages of Playboy magazine to Hollywood itself, this aspiring movie star with dreams of becoming the next Marilyn Monroe becomes a magnet for scandal and controversy.
When Vicky Smith became Anna Nicole Smith, there was a huge change in her persona.
She always wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe, and she had her own version of looking like Marilyn Monroe.
Her marriage to an oil tycoon 63 years her senior brands her a gold digger.
He was in his 90s, and she was in her 20s.
Her prescription drug abuse brands her an addict.
I know there was a controversy. Well, is she an addict? Isn't she an addict? She had legitimate pain issues for which she received pain medication and treatment.
And as one of the first stars of reality television, she is universally panned as an on-screen train wreck.
She liked to stir things up, and I think the more scandalous it was, the more people were talking about her.
But who was this young woman with unquenchable ambition and a fatal desire to be noticed?
Every move she made, the tabloids were all over her.
And how did that bring her promising life, and that of the one she loved most, to an early and heartbreaking end?
Daddy! No! Daddy!
She was always in pain.
Featuring rare and revealing home video footage.
Beyond all the powder and paint, there was a beautiful woman.
Meet Anna Nicole Smith.
I'm Anna.
Just a small-town beauty with big dreams.
You'll be proud of Mama. I promise.
Until scandal made her famous. She's the blonde bombshell that no one saw coming. But once Anna Nicole Smith was in the spotlight, no one could look away.
She drew public attention because her life was a little bizarre.
A model turned media phenomenon, Anna Nicole Smith has become the subject of books, television shows, and movies, even a stage play at the Royal Opera House in London.
She was a smart businesswoman. I mean, she was able to parlay being a bit of a bimbo into a career.
Unlike Marilyn Monroe, she really had no talent. No talent except her appearance. She was the quintessential celebrity who is a celebrity just for being a celebrity.
Her meteoric rise and fall is a story of brazen ambition, old-school Hollywood glamour, unapologetic sexuality, shocking scandal, and heartbreaking tragedy. It is a cautionary tale of the tantalizing allure of fame. Anna Nicole Smith begins her short life as Vicky Lynn Hogan in Houston, Texas. She grows up never knowing her father and at odds with her mother.
She was raised with nothing. She was very poor.
As a teenager, Vicky Lynn goes to live with relatives in tiny Mahia, Texas. It is here where she meets her first husband, Billy Wayne Smith, while working at a chicken restaurant.
Anna Nicole was just 17 years old when she married Billy in 1985. And about a year later, the couple welcomes their son Daniel into the world.
Oh my God, it's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy.
Congratulations.
But the young couple's happiness is short-lived.
If you leave, don't you even think about crawling back here.
Okay, I won't.
When her marriage quickly disintegrates, Vicky Lynn packs up and leaves Billy, taking their son, Daniel.
On, baby, you're coming with me.
I mean it, Vicky Lynn. If you walk out that door, it is over.
She was certainly not educated, but she was streetwise, if anything.
She heads to Houston with dreams of following in the footsteps of her favorite icon, Marilyn Monroe, and ends up waiting tables at several restaurants to make ends meet.
Hey, Andy, any extra shifts I can pick up this week? I could really use the hours.
All I can say is keep checking on the board.
It's not long before she realizes that waitressing isn't going to pay the bills. So she explores another opportunity. In the world of exotic dancing, Vicky Lynn sees an opportunity to make some quick money.
Vicky Lynn?
Yeah?
I'm Destiny.
Hi.
Come on, let's get you set up.
As it turns out, Anna Nicole was actually a little bit shy, and she was insecure about her figure.
Can I tell you something, Ellie? I'm scared.
Listen, you would not be human if you weren't a little scared.
But I'm a mama.
Anna Nicole takes the stage at several Houston strip clubs, which is a far cry from her dream of becoming the next Marilyn Monroe. Maybe it was the lifestyle of the strip clubs, or maybe it was just nerves. But whatever the reason, Anna Nicole started routinely popping Xanax.
Hey, sleepyhead. How's my Danny? Hey, buddy. You'll be proud of Mama. I promise. Just you wait.
Anna Nicole's son Daniel meant the world to her, and she wanted to give him everything that she hadn't had as a child.
Doc, I ain't gonna lie, they really hurt.
They're gonna be very tender for a while.
To increase her income and self-esteem, Smith opts to enhance her figure with breast implant surgery, the first of many.
I'm writing your prescription for some strong pain medication. I want you.
These augmentations will be the source of chronic pain throughout her life.
She originally started saying that her breasts had grown naturally, but we just rolled with it.
With renewed confidence, Vicky Lynn, under the stripper pseudonym Robin, begins earning enough to comfortably support her and her son. Anna sets out to make a name for herself by submitting photographs to Playboy magazine.
Do I have to get all the way naked?
No, unless you want to be in Playboy.
Well, how do I know that they'll pick me?
You don't. But if you even want to have a shot, they're gonna have to see the whole package.
That really was her calling card, was her beauty. And she was very sweet. She projected a persona that was just sweetness.
Are you okay? You are shaking like a leaf.
Sorry, I
thought you danced at the clubhouse.
do.
It's just it's the lat. And I've never even had sex with the lats on.
Listen to me. You're a beautiful girl. You got nothing to be ashamed of.
While she waits for Playboy, Vicky Lynn's life is about to change.
Excuse me.
Hello there.
Listen, I wonder if you might say hello to a friend of mine. Actually, he's my employer. But he recently lost his wife, and, well, I think a little attention from someone like you might be good for his spirits.
Oh, poor thing. Where is he?
J. Howard Marshall II may have been in his mid-80s, but he wasn't dead yet. And he took one look at Anna Nicole Smith and said, yeah, I want that.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hello.
Would you like a dance?
Oh, yeah. Do I have to get up?
Don't worry. I'll do all the work.
From then on, he was obsessed with her. And Mr. Marshall decided she was going to be his wife.
I mean, this is like Wonderland. I would give anything to live in a place like this.
Oh, I wouldn't ask that much. All I'd ask is for your hand in marriage. You think I'm kidding?
You are, aren't you?
Am I?
We've only been on a couple dates, Papa.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, I don't have a lot of time left for courting.
Don't say that, Papa. It's just I have Danny. And Danny's the most important thing in my life right now.
I know that. That's why I want to make sure you're both taken care of.
What's this?
Incentive.
Marshall, whose wife and mistress have both recently died, showers Anna with gifts, attention, and a taste of the glamorous life.
Papa.
It's what Marilyn wore.
J. Howard Marshall's son, Pierce, was not happy with the way that their relationship was developing. But fortunately for him, Anna Nicole turned down his father the first few times.
She looks like Marilyn.
A little more voluptuous than Marilyn, wouldn't you say, Mr. Hepburn?
Perhaps.
Well, she's no Barbie, but I think she's stunning.
What's her name?
Vicky Lynn Smith?
Well, let's get her in here.
Those photos got immediate attention. She just oozed this old Hollywood glamour, which was something you didn't see a lot of at the time.
She didn't seem like your typical model type. She was more like Ellie Mae from the Beverly Hillbillies. You know, here's this spectacular bombshell. And she was very reminiscent of, I would say, like an old-time movie starlet.
She was terribly photogenic. Put her in front of a camera, and the camera came alive.
Anna really had a kindreds with Marilyn Monroe.
She always wanted to look like Marilyn Monroe, and she had her own version of looking like Marilyn Monroe.
The 24-year-old lands her first Playboy cover in March of 1992 under her given name, Vicky Smith.
Then she lands a huge modeling contract with Guess Jeans. But the founder of Guess, Paul Marciano, isn't a big fan of the name Vicky Lynn, so he changes it to Anna Nicole.
Anna Nicole Smith begins drawing a Marilyn-like mole on her cheek at about the time she signs with Guess Jeans.
When Vicky got the Guess campaign and she became Anna Nicole, I mean, the world just changed for her.
Soon after, Anna Nicole Smith takes her obsession with Marilyn Monroe to a new level when she locates the exact house where Marilyn died.
Coincidentally, it just happened to be that that was available for lease. And so she moved into Marilyn Monroe's house.
Anna, like many young starlets, idolized Marilyn Monroe. She was beautiful. She's the most famous woman in the world.
Hi. I'm Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe.
She wanted to be Marilyn Monroe, and so she molded her image to Marilyn.
I'm Anna. Anna Nicole.
In May of 1993, Anna Nicole is named Playmate of the Year.
The most coveted award was Playmate of the Year. She was given a champagne-colored Jaguar. The gowns started coming, the diamonds started coming. It was a fantasy come true.
1994 marks the release of 2 Hollywood movies starring Smith, The Naked Gun 33 1/3 and The Hudsucker Proxy.
Despite her fame, Anna Nicole still has a lot of issues from her childhood, including the fact that she didn't have a relationship with her biological father.
Anna had always been wondering about her real father, and she would talk about him.
After some searching, Anna Nicole tracks down her biological father, and she flies him out to LA so that they can meet for the first time.
We're off to go see my daddy.
Do we have to press a... There we go. Anna liked to pretend she was weightless, like in a spacecraft. And so on this stretch limo, I have footage of her actually kind of rolling around like she's weightless and then rolling back, just laughing like a little kid, just having a blast. And she stuck her head out the limousine and yelled, "Daddy, Daddy!" And he waved reluctantly, not sure exactly, almost like he was looking behind himself to see if she was talking to someone else. Came over to the limousine, she hopped out and practically knocked him down when she hugged him.
For unknown reasons, Anna Nicole's relationship with her father and half-brother would quickly fade.
With her career taking off, Anna Nicole was surrounded by all these new friends. But what people didn't know is that she was taking prescription medication to cope with her anxiety and pain.
I never saw Anna take any pills per se. I mean, there were a couple times in the morning when I would see her take what she called vitamins.
But no one knows that these so-called vitamins are becoming a serious problem for the rising star.
I know there was a controversy. Well, is she an addict? Isn't she an addict? She had legitimate pain issues for which she received pain medication and treatment.
In February of 1994, Smith is hospitalized for 3 days after mixing prescription drugs and alcohol and collapsing in a Beverly Hills hotel. Then comes an event that would catapult Anna Nicole from fledgling celebrity into front-page scandal.
They're stunning, Papa. A girl's best friend. I don't know what to say.
Maybe you should have something on your hand to match it.
Papa.
I'm just a lonely old man, I know that. And I can't do for you what younger men can do. I certainly couldn't keep you satisfied sexually. But I adore you. I love the way you make me feel. I guess that's all I'm asking, is just to keep on feeling.
Papa, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Marry me. Marry me, and I will make sure that you and Danny will be taken care of forever.
J. Howard Marshall had asked Anna Nicole to marry him many times. But this time when he asked, she had a different answer.
Anyone who objects to the union of this man and this woman, let them speak now or forever hold their peace.
There are only 11 people in attendance at the wedding, none from Marshall's family.
It was a small ceremony, but before long, everybody knew about it.
for rich or for poor, in sickness and in health, till death do you part.
I do.
She was now seen as a gold digger, a gorgeous young woman who married an old codger.
Anna Nicole always claimed that she married J. Howard Marshall for love, but she sure didn't stick around for long.
The very night of her wedding, Anna Nicole flies to Greece for a photo shoot without her new husband. Her bodyguard, Pierre Dejean, claims he maintains a physical relationship with Anna before and after her marriage to Marshall. When the media gets wind of Anna Nicole's marriage to an oil tycoon 63 years her senior, she is instantly lampooned.
When they married, it became a big story in her hometown, and then it just went ballistic all over the world.
Within months of the wedding, J. Howard Marshall's health begins to deteriorate, prompting Marshall's son, Pierce, to take a more assertive role in his father's life and fortune.
What are you doing here?
My father is ill. He's given me power of attorney over the estate. You're not welcome here anymore.
What? He's my husband.
You mean your bank account? That's stopping too. No more 50 grand a month allowance.
Who in the hell do you think?
I'm his son, that's who I am. And I'm protecting him from a gold-digging whore.
How dare you?
You get your ass back in that car my father bought you. And you drive home to the house he bought you. And if you ever show up here again, you'll be dealing with armed guards. You understand?
J. Howard Marshall's son, Pierce, cuts off Anna Nicole's $50,000 monthly allowance and also restricts her access to his dying father.
With her income cut off and bills mounting, Anna Nicole continues to medicate on prescription drugs.
Are you okay, Mommy?
Yeah, baby. I just have a really bad migraine. I took something for it. I'll be right back, okay?
Not only was Anna Nicole taking meds for her chronic anxiety and pain, but she also suffered from migraines and seizures. If it wasn't one thing, it was another.
In August of 1995, J. Howard Marshall dies of pneumonia.
J. Howard Marshall cut Anna Nicole out of his recently revised will. The sole beneficiary of his billion-dollar fortune was his son, Pierce. Anna Nicole claimed that Pierce had fraudulently written her out of Marshall's will, but that her late husband had promised her verbally half of his estate.
We know that you wanted to take care of us, Papa.
Separate funeral services are held for Marshall's family and Anna Nicole.
And we know that this isn't your fault.
The grieving widow dons her wedding dress.
We're gonna make this better. We love you.
She claimed that she gave her life to him. She gave him her presence, she was the wife that he wanted, and he did marry her, and he adored her.
He showered her with love and attention that, she needed, and she gave him the attention that he needed. And some people say, money for beauty, beauty for money, but who cares?
Another bombshell hits when Anna's one-time nanny, Maria Serrato, sues the model for sexual harassment to the tune of $2 million.
Why is everyone trying to hurt me? What did I do to these people?
Anna Nicole Smith is forced to file bankruptcy.
But there was a silver lining. The bankruptcy court awarded Anna Nicole a whopping $475 million, agreeing with her that Pierce had interfered in his father's will. That temporary win on paper allowed Anna Nicole to keep fighting for her share of her late husband's estate.
I'm happy. I'm nervous. I still don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very happy with what came out.
Anna Nicole's battles are not ones she wishes to fight alone. Enter Howard K. Stern, a UCLA-trained lawyer who takes on her estate case. The two form an unusual client-attorney relationship.
He became obsessed with her, and he wanted to take care of her, he wanted to promote her, and he did.
What was the relationship between Howard K. Stern and Anna Nicole? We actually don't know, but the one thing we know for sure is that every move she made for the rest of her life, he seemed to always be right there with her. At the same time, Anna Nicole started gaining a significant amount of weight, and as her weight ballooned, the tabloids were all over her.
Anna was under a lot of stress during this courtroom time. The energy was sucked out of her. She would sleep in a lot. It would be hard for her to get up. She had back pain all the time, and she would eat a lot.
All these tabloid articles about her weight just devastated her, and her coping mechanism was to go back home and eat more.
Now add bankruptcy to her resume, as an $850,000 judgment against her for sexual harassment by her ex-nanny has reportedly cleaned her out.
Gotta stop watching that crap, Mom.
Anna was very protective of her son Daniel. She went to such measures in care and love for him that she put him through private school all of his schooling time. Daniel was very quiet, very introverted. He always stayed in his room.
Anna Nicole had a very close relationship with her son Daniel, but there was one big difference between the two of them. He shied away from the spotlight and she ran towards it.
The only thing that I could think that could have possibly saved Anna from the path she was going down is belief in herself, more self-esteem, which she seemed to be lacking.
The E-Networks decided to do a show on Anna Nicole Smith, the Playboy Playmate of the Year. And I was the chosen decorator to be on the show. Out of all the talented decorators in the world, I was the chosen one to be Anna's decorator.
Her reality series was really a train wreck. We were watching her fall apart in front of our very eyes, but her fans couldn't get enough of it.
I got to see a little bit of how she looked on TV versus how she looked in person or how she acted in person. It was very different. The cameras kind of go on and she'd sort of go into that slurred kind of sensual accent, and then they'd go off and she'd be like normal.
During the second season, Anna lost a lot of weight because she was chosen to be the trim spa model. She was back to being her old self again.
After 2 critically panned seasons, ratings for the reality show dwindle.
Even though her show had gotten canceled, she was actually in a really good place. She had her figure back and she had a steady gig as a spokesperson.
The problem was that emotionally, she was not smart. And she let her life get out of control.
At the 2004 American Music Awards, Anna Nicole makes a shocking public appearance.
She was introducing Kanye West, and she came across on the tape as being drugged. It was very scary. Everybody reported on how bad Anna Nicole Smith looked, and it drew attention to her in the worst possible way. It was very sad.
I did make a phone call and reach out to her to figure out if she was okay, really. She had explained that she didn't eat, or, and she had, not been feeling well.
While attending the 2004 Kentucky Derby, Anna Nicole meets Louisville photographer Larry Burkhead, and the two begin an immediate relationship.
He, like other people, became enamored of Anna Nicole, and they became lovers, and she got pregnant.
She went off all her medicines without telling me, and she waited until like her 3rd or 4th month to have the guts or whatever to tell me, and that same day I was like, well, you can't just go off your medicine cold turkey because it'd be really dangerous to the baby.
And then she showed up at the U.S. Supreme Court with Howard K. Stern when they argued her case in the Marshall estate. And she wore a black suit and very little makeup, and she was gorgeous. She was just beautiful, and you could see who she really was.
The justices don't award her any money, but it's still a victory because they allow the case to be heard by a lower court. In 2006, Anna Nicole and Larry Burkhead had a falling out. So she packed up and went to the Bahamas with Howard K. Stern.
She was offered a place to live in a very luxurious setting.
In August of 2006, 6 months before Anna Nicole's death, Howard K. Stern shoots a video of the troubled star with a friend's daughter.
She was at a birthday party for a little child, and she painted her face with all this weird makeup and was acting very strange.
She was slurring her words and she was visibly confused. The only word to describe it was disturbing.
On September 7th, 2006, Anna Nicole Smith gives birth to a healthy baby girl. She names the child Daniel Lynn.
Having another child was an amazing time for her to be able to be an older woman at 38, 39. I mean, that's not really that old, but she had a baby, and she was just so thrilled.
Her son, Daniel, makes the trip to the Bahamas to see his mother and new sister.
Danny, you made it. You got on the plane.
Wouldn't miss it.
Have you seen it yet?
Just now. She's beautiful, Mom.
Isn't she? You have a sister.
Yeah, a little sister.
We're a family. No matter what happens, no one can take that away from us.
The day before he left, Daniel told a family friend that he wasn't feeling well, and come to find out, he had recently been hospitalized for depression.
A medical report will later show that Daniel's blood contained the opioid methadone.
The question was, where did Daniel get the methadone? Surveillance video from earlier in 2006 at her LA home found that Daniel had taken the methadone from Anna Nicole's stash.
Are you sleepyhead? Wake up. Sweetie pie, that can't be comfortable. Danny.
Investigators say that Anna Nicole woke up and saw him sitting in the chair. She thought he was asleep.
Wake up, honey. Wake up, baby. Danny. 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 Oh my God! Come in here. I can't. He's not breathing. Something's wrong with my baby. Danny.
I need you to calm down.
Danny.
Doctor, get in here.
Danny isn't breathing.
When she tried to wake him, he wouldn't budge, so she cried out for help.
Oh my God, wake up! I need help!
Get in here, doctor!
Honey, I need help!
Calm down, okay?
Oh my God, Danny! Danny! Oh my God!
It was a really horrific phone call from Anna. Just the wailing that I could hear ongoing and asking why did God take Daniel? And it was to hear, you know, any mother losing a child there's no really words to explain. I mean, I can't even imagine. It gives me shudders to think about it now.
Anna absolutely adored Daniel. I mean, he definitely was the light of her life.
When Anna's son died, everything stopped. It's like the lights went out. She was so withdrawn from people and society that, you know, a mother losing her only son, really all she had was her son, and for him to die at such a young age, basically in front of her, it was devastating.
I mean, you couldn't write a script like that. It was so unbelievable. And that pretty much destroyed her psychologically and emotionally. She could not adjust to it.
Jesus himself said, "Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted.
No. No. I want to see my baby again. I want to see my son. I want to see my son. Open this. Open this! Open this! Open this! Oh, baby. Take me with you. Take me with you. Take me with you. Take me with you. Oh my God. Get off me. Take me with you, Daddy. No! No! Daddy! Daddy! No! Daddy! Take me with you! No!
You know, her health from that point is sort of, you know, I mean, she was just devastated. Completely a ruined woman at that point.
In many ways, when Daniel died in that hospital room, so did Anna Nicole Smith. She never got over it.
Having lost her son in a tragic drug overdose, Anna Nicole Smith begins her final spiral downward, injecting herself with purported longevity medications and taking several antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs. She is unable to sleep and having hallucinations.
Anna Nicole is found face down in the pool, and her bodyguard saves her life using CPR.
On September 26, 2006, Howard K. Stern claims he is the father of Daniel Lynn. 2 days later, he and Anna exchange vows in an impromptu commitment ceremony.
It was what he had dreamed of. And she had the gown and the whole thing. And they had like a little mock wedding ceremony.
Meanwhile, ex-boyfriend Larry Burkhead claims he is the real father.
Larry Burkhead is convinced that the reason why Anna Nicole went to the Bahamas was so that they couldn't complete the tests to determine whether he was the father or not.
In the midst of custody claims over Daniel Lynn, Anna Nicole and Howard K. Stern receive an eviction notice from their Bahamian home.
I'll take care of this.
An old flame had gotten a house for Anna Nicole with the plan that she would take over the mortgage payments.
Oh. Let's.
But Anna Nicole said that this was a gift, so he wanted her out of there. Anna Nicole had new legal problems too. Trim Spa was being sued, and Anna Nicole was named personally in this class action lawsuit that said that her advertising campaign was misleading. She decided she needed something to pick her up, so she and Howard Stern got a boat.
Smith and Stern travel to Hollywood, Florida to purchase the boat, but by the time they arrive, Anna has become ill.
When they arrive at the hotel, something is definitely wrong. Anna Nicole can hardly stand up. She had a temperature of 105 degrees, but she allegedly refused to go to the hospital or even have somebody call 911.
She was not in good shape. They thought she had the flu. She was running a fever.
Here, sit on the bed. Not sure this was such a good idea. You should really be in the hospital.
I'm fine. Never going to a damn hospital again.
You need to rest. Here. Here, lay back.
Will you get me my flu medicine? Where's my suitcase?
Just relax. I'll get it.
Anna chooses to ride out her illness in the hotel bed, where she will remain for 3 days. On February 8, 2007, Anna Nicole Smith dies from an accidental overdose. She is 39 years old. The medical examiner will later determine that Anna was ingesting large amounts of the sedative chloral hydrate. Ironically, this drug directly contributed to the early death of Anna Nicole's idol, Marilyn Monroe. News of her death reverberates around the world.
Anna Nicole Smith's funeral was exactly what you would have expected it to be. It was like a red carpet affair, and everything was a little bit over the top. Even her casket was covered with a blanket that was fringed with feathers and with ribbons.
The pop culture star is buried in a Bahamian cemetery next to her son, Daniel. After a lengthy court battle and DNA tests, Larry Burkhead is determined to be the father of Daniel Lynn Smith.
The silver lining is that Danny Lynn is a happy and healthy spitting image of Anna Nicole Smith, and she would have liked that. She would have really been happy that she is a thriving little girl, healthy and happy, and I think that makes me feel inside that there was some good that came from this.
It's very sad that a woman who only lived to be 39 would have such a terrible, painful end.
I never in 1,000 years would have thought that she would have become such an icon. But she truly is an icon.